So today we are talking about a different typeface that I don't usually use, but again, like I told you, I use a font that I haven't used in a while and I fall in love with it again. So we are going to be talking about Charlotte today. So Charlotte is a different font. It's connecting or non-connecting. It's a 3mm font. The uppercase at the highest point is 3 millimeters. The lowercase is going to be more of a 2.5. Hi, Linda. Hi, Rita's mom and dad. You guys hear that in the other room? Hi, Lynn. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Jennifer. So we are going to walk you through that font, and we'll do a little bit, we'll do an ID necklace, a bar, and I'll show you how to cut a chain up the center and then attach both sides of it. Hi, Sandy from Tennessee. Good afternoon. Tana, are you able to mat all pieces like the golf markers? You can mat the golf markers. Hi, Janine. Hi, Jean La Rosa. How are you, beautiful lady? So, remember that when you are stamping and you are super excited about a project that you're working on, send Jen and I a picture. We love, love, love to see what you guys are making. You could hashtag ImpressArt. That we see those every morning. Or if you don't want to post it for everybody to see, you could definitely send us a private message on Facebook or Instagram and let us see. Hi, Patty. Good morning, Oregon. All right, guys. So we seem to have a lot of questions about how to mat a surface. So while I'm showing you the font today, I will show you the difference of how you could mat some of your blanks. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Good afternoon. Hi, Alicia. So before I talk and talk and talk, let's go to my block and let's explore with Charlotte, shall we? I'm gonna flip you guys over, take you right over to my block. Let's see. All right. Hi, Susan. Susan from Long Island. Rebecca, you made your first mandala yesterday? We want to see. We definitely want to see. All right, so let me grab these beautiful fonts. Let me shut this flash off so it's not so bright. Hi, Lisa. So let me get my blanks out, get a scrap piece that I could show you what that beautiful font looks like. Get my alchemy tags out. Okay. So there we go. Hello, Stephanie from the UK. Thanks for joining us today. Let me get my sticker guide and my paper towel. So how many of you lovely creatives joined us for our Michael's class last Thursday? We talked a lot about washers in that class. Oh, well, you're very welcome, Carrie. Look at that, Jen. We are the light in her day. Well, thank you very much. That is a beautiful comment, and I hope your daughter's doing well. All right, so we're going to get started. Let me just grab a chain here. All right. Okay. So I know I saw Jennifer, some of you, Sherry, I saw a lot of your names, but I got to see some of you, which is great. It's so nice to put a face to the name. You can definitely, Katie, you could definitely still view that class. I know, Lynn, I saw you. And it's nice because you guys get to see Jen. And at the end, I get to see what everybody's making. All right, so I'm going to start with just showing you. Let me pull this back just a little bit. So this is the lowercase set. Okay, so like I said, in the lowercase sets with ImpressArt, you always have your punctuation. Okay. Hi, Noelle. Yes, I saw you too. Okay. And here is our uppercase. So our uppercase has these really sweet design stamps. Very delicate, very feminine. And Jen will post that link, so if you would like to view it, you could. But we'll be doing a lot more of those Michael's classes. So this is the number set. And remember, your 6 doubles as your 9. These are not rated for stainless. You get to see, yes, it's always nice to see what Jen finally looked like. Yes. Hi, Luann. Susan, Jen will make sure to post the link in the comments. All right, just give her a couple of minutes and she'll have that up for you guys. So there we go. All right, so now I showed you the upper, lower numbers. I'm just gonna break the set down by design stamp. So I'm gonna show you, it does, Maureen, it does look like a script handwriting. That's what it was basically mirrored after. So I'm gonna open up my uppercase and you can see it's a brand new font, which is always nice. So here we go. I'm going to start with just showing you the design stamps in the uppercase set. The heart is my favorite. And then there's this little tiny bird, which is so pretty and delicate. All right, so I'm going to color those in for you guys. Okay, so I'm going to use a regular household paper towel, and I'm just going to dab it and lightly wipe. Tina says that the classes are costing her too much. She wants everything. I understand that, girl. The struggle's hard. The struggle's hard. All right, so here are these pretty little design stamps. See, there's a really cute wisp of a tulip in there. The ampersand's one of my favorites. That little tiny bird is just darling. How pretty is that? Okay, so these are the design stamps that come in the Charlotte set. Okay. And then if you're interested in uppercase, I'm just going to spell out some words so you guys get a better understanding of what the font looks like. If you're doing, let's say you only, you like it, but you only want to utilize the uppercase. I'm going to stamp out love for you so you could see what that looks like. Again, now I'm using the space in between my black and my orange hash marks. do the name Sarah. Now this could be connecting or not connecting with your upper and your lower case. Just take my enamel, color that right in. So now your uppercase is definitely a true 3 millimeter, okay? So I'm taking just a regular dry household paper towel. I'm gonna dab it a little bit, lightly wipe it, and there we have it. So that is the Charlotte uppercase, okay? We have the word love, we have the name Sarah. So it's definitely different. There we go. And now the lowercase, let's put that aside and we'll bring her back. Okay, and we will do, now this one's a little tricky, okay guys? So I'm going to show you how you can use them separately, utilizing the spaces in between, okay? Or we're going to, and then we're going to try and connect them, all right? Which connecting these is a, you know, definitely need practice. You definitely need to learn your tools. Okay, so I'm going to fill that impression in after I am done connecting. So what I did with the name Sammy here is that I left that space. So I utilized every center in between in between the orange and the black hash lines is where I put my letters, okay? To move them together, it's a little bit more challenging, and you're just really going to utilize your sticker, okay? You're really not going to utilize your lines, your hash marks so much, okay? So I'm going to do the same thing, and I'll walk you through it. So here is my S, okay? And I always like to, even if I'm not going to use my lines, I always like to start my word or my name in between the lines, okay? But that kind of goes out the window now that I am going to connect them. So I'm going to push this down a little bit so you guys could really... So Cynthia asked a question, random font question. There are fonts 3 millimeter. If not, what is the best size? What size is uppercase Melody? So uppercase Melody is a 3 millimeter. It's 3 millimeter. And your lowercase is 3 millimeter also, but at your highest point. So that's your D's, even your lowest points are your G's, your P's, okay, your lowercase. So it is all a 3 millimeter font, but your A's, your R's, your O's, your E's are going to be smaller. Can you do a lower with the dip down letter? Yes, Carly, I could definitely do that for you. Okay, so what I'm doing here is, you see how I use this space in between the hash mark? when I'm connecting my letters, I always want to make sure I don't really follow my hash marks here, okay? So what I'm going to do is I make sure that my shank is covering half of the letter I previously stamped. So here is my A, okay? So here is my M. And then here is my I. So I'm going to take that off to show you guys. No problem, Cynthia. So that right there is the difference, okay, of using your spacing on your sticker guide or just lining up your stamps, but making sure that every other, when, let's say you have your first S here, when I put my second letter down, I move that over a little bit. Sunny, we make a 2.5. Just gonna color these in. So you guys could see. There you go. Ruth, you could always watch us on the replay. It takes a couple of days before we put it on YouTube. I'm not sure about the IGTV though. Yes, Terry, definitely lots of practice needed, okay? Shank. By shank, I mean, let's put that back down, and Noelle, I'll show you. We'll do a name in uppercase and lowercase. So let's say I'm starting. I'm going to do the name Sean, okay? So of course I have my uppercase S. Then I'm coming in with my E, okay? I am always covering half of my impression. Do you see that? See that impression there? I'm always covering half of it with my shank. And this is, the stamp is your shank right here. Okay? So I'm bringing that down. I'm covering half of my last letter that was stamped. And there is my E. Then I'm going to do my A. So then I'm bringing my A down. So does everybody see that? Let me show you. I know the light's a little wonky today. But I am bringing it down and I'm covering half of the last impression that I stamped. Okay? So flat, half of that impression. I'm giving that a hit. And there's my A. And here's my N. Okay. I'm going to take that off. Color that in. Lightly wipe it. The difference between... Okay, so there it is. So it is like a handwriting, you know. It's got its highs at peaks. It's got its lows. And that is the beauty of Charlotte. If, you know, if that is your thing. A lot of people, some people love it. Some people don't like it. That which goes with any font. Okay. We'll do one more name. You know, it's definitely, connecting fonts is definitely something for the more skilled stamper. And now I'm doing Ashley, so I know we spoke about descending letters, okay? So with your descenders, you want to make sure that the outer circumference of your stamp, instead of pulling it down, you're going to lightly place it so it lines up with that blue line that runs across your sticker. And then you're going to give it a tap, okay? And you can stamp right through your sticker. So that's a drop-down letter, Cynthia. This is definitely a font that takes a little bit more. Yes, it's a more of an advanced font, Stephanie. Okay. Sometimes when you stamp over your font, you have your sticker gets in there. I could go a little bit heavier with my Y. I'm going to try to feel that right back in there. There we go. Hello, Fernando. Miss you guys too. But yes, this is definitely, like I said before in the beginning, this is definitely a font that could be used. You could separate it. It doesn't have to be connecting, but you know, to get its true beauty, you have to connect it. Okay. Hi, Jen. Here we go. So I am going to, we're going to do a little project, just an ID tag. I'm going to take my sticker guide, and now remember, so we have 1/4 inch here, and I'm going to make sure that my sticker, that blue line, meets the edge of my metal. Okay, here we go. And I am going to use my upper and my lower. And I'm going to start with, and I'm going to put that precious bird at the end of it because I happen to really like that design stamps. So I'm going to do Emma. What I'm working on is alchemy, not aluminum. Here's my E. My M. My M. and my A. And then I'm going to come in with that really pretty, yes, Mary Joyce, Alchemy is my favorite. I'm going to come in with that little bird stamp, and she's got a lot of detail, so I'm just going to lightly tilt and tap that just so I get all of that detail of that bird on there. Now, when you're stamping these ID tags, guys, and you're using a soft metal, sometimes you get that bulge at the bottom, okay? What I suggest doing when you have that bulge is you're going to take your multifunction hammer and you're going to use your nylon head, okay? And you are going to just place that down. Let me move that down for you guys to see that. And you're just going to lightly tap where you have that bulge, okay? And that's going to knock that right back into place. All right, just like that. And now I know we had a question about the buffing block, so I am going to, I'm going to matte half of it and shine the other half up so you could see the difference in matting. Awesome, Jen. It definitely takes a lot of practice. So here is my Emma with my bird attached to the, how cute is that? I just think this is adorable. No, Alicia, you can't. This head only could be replaced by another brass head. The multifunction hammer has different attachments. So right now, Stephanie, all of the blanks that we carry are available in the Alchemy. What? Okay, so it's the enamel marker, okay? So the enamel goes right over your impressions, and then you lightly wipe it off with the paper towel, and it leaves it nice and antiqued. Okay, so let's play with the buffing blocks, okay? So guys, when you are doing, you'd like a matte finish on your blank, you're gonna use your medium side. Your coarse side is only to sand down sharp edges, or if you have, no, I'm not dipping my paper towel in anything. You're using a dry paper towel. Dry paper towel. No, Jen, the multifunction hammer is a hammer that has different heads. It has a chasing head, it has a riveting head, chasing head, ball peen, a texture. Let's see what else. It has 4 different heads. Do I have that package? I don't have the package with me. Yes, so it comes with, and you unscrew the bottom, okay? You could pop your top out, pop your head out. There's a chasing head, a nylon head, a ball peen hammer, and a design stamp that comes with it. Okay? No 2 pound hammer. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your medium block, that side, and now I'm going to leave one side polished. One side I'm going to show you how you can mat it. Okay? I like to mat before and after I do it, and maybe it's just my OCD, but that's just how I do it. So I'm going to take my medium side, And I'm going to lightly run it over my alchemy blank. Okay? And that is going to leave a really nice matte satin finish. Okay? So the difference in shiny, polished, or matte. Just like that, okay? Now, if you want to just use your buffing block, which is this block right here, I use my fine first, and then I go to my super fine, okay? Noelle, if you're getting a halo around your impressions, you're stamping a little too hard, okay? And if you've decided to change your mind and you're still getting that halo, use the tip of your sanding block, okay? Yes, so Emma was used with Charlotte. Hi, Anne. Oh, good. Tina, it really depends. It depends. I use this a lot, even when it's black on sterling. It's really personal preference. People don't like to get, once it's black, they don't like to get it on their hands. I continue to use it, and I don't have a problem with it. It's really personal preference. Nothing wrong with being an aggressive stamper. So let's say you like the matte finish, okay? With that matte finish, you could always take your buffer to it also, okay? So I'll just show you how that looks. So it's still going to have that texture on it, but you could shine that up. So you see it has that texture on it, but you could shine it up. So it's more of like a satin nickel finish. So like it always goes back to learning your tools. All right, I know it's like very bright in here today, and it's kind of hard with the metal. So there we have it. All right. So I will stamp, let's get a scrap piece out that I used last time. You can stamp on the colored aluminum, Terry, definitely. Does anyone want to see anything? Cynthia, you can't switch it all the way back to shiny because you have that grain in there now from using the that matte block. You're always going to have those lines. Do you see those lines? So, but definitely if you want to keep, if you like that shiny finish, definitely use the buffing block. Cursive font, easier for beginners. I personally, like for beginners, it's always difficult to connect your fonts, okay? If you're looking for more of a script font for a beginner that you don't have to connect for it to look really nice, I definitely suggest Heartbreaker. And if you like let's see. Becky, I could show you the difference between Heartbreaker and Charlotte. So I am going to, let me stamp a name out for you guys so you could see the difference between it. I'll do, let's see. Let's do Emerson. And then I'll do that in the other script that we have. So if you're on the fence, you can make a better choice. Let's see. S-O-N. You know, for beginners, I always suggest going with Bridget. It's a whimsical font. It's forgiving. If you drop a letter, it's harder to see. Let me pull out my Heartbreaker so you guys could see it. Give me a couple of seconds. Okay. Heartbreaker, Cynthia, is 3 millimeter. Okay, so I'm going to pull out Heartbreaker so you could see it in comparison. They definitely are two very different looks, guys, but they are both script fonts. The easier to use out of the two, I would say, would be Heartbreaker. But with that being said, they are two very different looks. I like Juniper too. Juniper is a very whimsical font. It's wide. It's playful. So I am going to, this right here is Charlotte. Right here is Emerson in Heartbreaker. So you can't decide between Heartbreaker or Melody. Well, Heartbreaker, you can connect. Melody is a non-connecting font. Okay, guys, so here are the two fonts. There's Emerson, it's more wispy in the Charlotte, and then Emerson in the Heartbreaker, which is just cleaner. Both scripts, two very different looks. All right. Heartbreaker is also... Terry wants both. That's what I'm saying. They're very, they are connecting fonts. They're just very different styles. Very different styles. So there's your comparison, Becky. Okay, so wait, who was on the fence between Heartbreaker or Melody? So let's see. Let me pull out. Let me see if I have Melody. They are very close, Cynthia. Okay. Let's pull out one more to really confuse you guys. Thank you, Sunny. I'm going to pull out Melody. So, because that seems to be the font that everybody is talking about comparison. So, Melody is not a connecting font. Melody is also whimsical and super forgiving. Also, if you are not lined up. And I don't know where my lowercase went. Let's see. I know I have it here. So the uppercase is very straight up and down. And I know I had it. Give me a couple of seconds, guys. Maybe I have it stamped out. Let's see. That's what happens when I clean. There it is. All right, let me grab that. Too many fonts, girls. Okay. So I'll show you. So this is Melody lowercase. You can see it's not connecting. Okay. Then we have the uppercase. All right, so I will do Emerson for you guys underneath, show you the comparison. Okay. Okay. They're all 3mm, Noelle. All right, guys. So we have Charlotte, Heartbreaker, Melody. Those are the fonts. They are all 3mm. Okay. No, Terry, you can't, unfortunately. All right. So what it could do is uppercase. Everybody wants to see how it looks in uppercase. Heartbreaker has your vote. So I'll do, let's see. Let's do all uppercase. That is uppercase Melody, and we'll do uppercase Heartbreaker. And uppercase Charlotte. Last but not least, sometimes the script does not look very good in all caps, okay? That's why I always suggest that if you're looking to buy a script, you buy your upper and your lower case, okay? And again, that's Charlotte, that's Heartbreaker, and this is Melody. Melody is a non-connecting font. Okay. And Becky, I know I spoke in the beginning of the video of how to connect your fonts. Okay, so if you want to watch the replay, you could definitely do that. You can use your marker. Yes, you could use the stamps and the marker on sterling silver. The last one here. Ruth, the last one there is Melody. All right. So I hope that clears that up. If any of you were on the fence about, you know, scripts and connecting fonts. The last one was Melody. Down here are all caps. So this one's Melody in all caps. This one right here is Heartbreaker in all caps. And right down here, the bottom, the third one, is Charlotte. All in capitals. Melody, Heartbreaker, Charlotte. I know, Maureen, it's actually a really, really, really nice font. Definitely. So I'm going to turn you guys around. Put you right back in here. So thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you guys tuning in at 1 o'clock on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. You're welcome, Terry. It's important that you're able to compare before you make a purchase. I totally understand. So definitely, I know we got a lot of questions about lollipops. So I'm thinking next week on Typeface Tuesday, we will touch base with lollipop. So... yes, Stephanie, Melody does look best in caps because it's a non-connecting font. Guys, when you have a script, you know, even if you did script letters, if you're handwriting, you know, you would want to use upper and lower case. So remember that when you're choosing your font, you want to make sure that you see your whole alphabet, see how it goes together. When you only want to use an uppercase font, I do suggest using something that is non-connecting and not a script font. All right, let's see if I have any. You are very welcome, Lynn. So you could buy these, Ruth, at ImpressArt.com. All right, they are available for purchase. You're very welcome, Stephanie. So thank you. Where you could buy them, you could go to ImpressArt.com and purchase those. Boho Beach Vibe. I like to mix, Kimberly, I like to mix my lollipop with my Stargazer. It gives it a nice boho vibe. I'm a big fan of my lollipop font. Took me a little while to get there, but I'm there. you see that same font, you see that a lot in signs or shirts with these like really great sayings on them. Your vibe attracts your tribe, like, and that's definitely in a font very similar to Lollipop. So I am definitely a fan of that. Lynn said Melody looks good in all the yes, because you probably have Melody, right, Lynn? Sunny, I know you asked that question before. We have a bunch of Southwest Design stamps. We have a mandala, 2 mandalas with Southwest Design stamps, and a bunch of other. If you just go to ImpressArt.com and take a look through, you will find a bunch. Cynthia, yes, Stargazer, you could either do the upper or the lower. It really depends. Do a boho vibe type show. You know, I might. Jen, what do you think about that? That might be a good idea. I got an ooh yes from Terry. All right, so we'll add that to our list. All right, so thank you guys for joining. Me and Jen appreciate it. And like I said, we had a guest today with Jen. So hopefully when I get back into the office, we'll be able to, you'll be able to see me and Jen, and maybe I'll walk you through ImpressArt, which would be so much fun, right? For you guys to see actually where everything is done. So guys, give some love to Jen and Allie. Hi guys. So Carly wants boho too. All right, so boho it is. It sounds good for a live. A big boho show with all the stamps. That's what we'll do. All right, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow. We have I have an exciting show tomorrow. Tomorrow we are doing bezels, and I'm going to show you how to incorporate some of your bezels into bracelet designs and ring designs. So definitely tune in and come hang out with us tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day, guys, and we will see you tomorrow.